You are not your thoughts, your feelings, your behaviors, and your choices. You are experiencing those things. You're experiencing your thoughts. You're experiencing your emotions. You're experiencing life circumstances. You're experiencing your perceptions of other people and life circumstances. But you're not those things. And this is the fundamental understanding we want to have in healing, because you can only ever heal in the present moment. So you need to be honest on whatever you're feeling and perceiving and experiencing with inside yourself. So is it judgment? Are you judging? Sometimes we want to say, I'm not a judgmental person. So then we don't want to admit when we're being judgmental. So we want to compartmentalize ourselves, which is keeping us under our own illusion, where we're repressing the truth about ourselves. But then on the surface level saying, oh, I don't really judge. No, you judge. And in order for you to exit being a judgmental person, you have to look at all the times you're applying and deploying judgment or fear or guilt in order to heal it. You will always be justified in a negative emotion. We don't have negative emotions for no reason. We have a reason, and we like to laminate them and stick to them. So we are justified in our guilt and our blame of someone. We're justified in our judgment, and that's how we keep it. By justifying it, we don't want to admit. We don't want to separate ourselves from the negative emotion, because that's how we got there. We separated ourselves from love to even have guilt, shame, and fear. And that's why we don't want to undo it, because that's the creation of the individual consciousness. That is the individual identity. And it's using all of its thoughts and its feelings and its behaviors to identify as something, as a life. And then it sees people through the same construct. You're just consciousness. So whatever you're choosing and behaving, right, as a program, you can rewire that program, but you have to be conscious and be willing and be honest with yourself in order to step into that creation and that healing consciousness, right? Because you're at will. We are at will. Nothing can heal us. Time, God cannot come inside of our psyche and heal us without us doing it, because we're the ones that created the guilt. Nothing else created the guilt but us. We create the fear, we create the guilt, we create all of the negative emotions, and we create judgment. So if we want to undo it, then we have to unlearn and admit to our own selves that A, we created it, and B, that means we have the power to uncreate it. So then we want to unlearn by looking at all the ways that pattern comes up for us that we're reinforcing in the present moment by being present, right? So in that present moment is when we shift it and we meet it and we intercept it and we forgive it. You forgive the conviction that you are justified in being upset. You forgive the conviction that love is not to be applied here. Love is applied everywhere, and that's how you have it. You have an easier life of happiness and joy and peace when you start to perceive and rewire your mind to start to make real those thoughts and those perceptions of reality, and not the ones where you are justified in keeping upsets, guilt, shame, and fear. So by being vigilant and meeting ourselves in the present moment and being honest is how we can forgive and do the healing.